Hi, welcome to our tutorial number 2. In this tutorial, I'm going to go straight to teach you how to create a lesson here. In fact, that's quite easy. If you notice that, from the mid menu here, we want to go start with the practice. So we just select the practice. Since there's nothing here, because we don't have anything created yet, so we're going to use this folder here. Now, earlier in our tutorial one, we show you the few buttons here. They are just all you need to remember: the home button here to create the new lesson, slideshow, and the search, and the setting button here. So obviously, we want to have to create a new lesson here. Now the default screen here is the blackboard, and there are setup button here. There are tools allows you to create a lesson that are from very simple one to very advanced that have a lot of features here. At the bottom of the screen here allows you to navigate it. For example, you can return to the main menu, you can save it, you can undo and redo, and you can preview that. All right. Now here's this button here allows you to hide all the button here, so you have full screen to look at it. Sometimes you have some other apps that you have to look at a bunch of button here. It's kind of confusing here. So if you just tap it here, that will hide it. So you have full screen for you, full canvas for you to draw your lesson here, right? So let's turn on just for the sake of illustration here. Now here are the few button here. I'll just quickly go over that. This allows you to set the background. This for you to choose any of the foreground image, unlimited number. And this wants you to set different actions here. We go into a little bit more detail later. This is an eraser, so allows you to erase something has done previously. Obviously, you can use the undo button as well, but if you want to have that erasing effect here, which will be recorded, by the way. And this is a text button, which you create an unlimited number of text layers. And this is a doodle button here, which allows you to draw with different brushes. And it's a stamp folder here, stamp button here, allows you to choose the pre-created stamps. And this is a shape button here, which allows you to create the shapes, any polygons, circles, angle, etc., etc. here. And this advanced, or what we call creator setup button here, which is something we will go into probably in our third tutorial. All right, so let's start it. So the default with the blackboard here, you can right away start to draw your lesson here. So if you want to have a very simple lesson here, let's teach student about, let's say, singular, singular versus plural, plural, right? So you draw that, all right? Now it sounds pretty simple, right? So now if you want to say, all right, let's add a list of singular. Let's say, right? Let's say house. Okay, and you can choose the color. I want to choose white without the outline and use future bold here. So I have house. And the plural for house, and you want to say, all right, that's pretty simple. I put an S toward that. And to make it a little bit different, so I can choose the green color here. So we have houses here. All right, and let's add one more here. Let's say we want to have foot. And let's choose the white one here, foot. And it has a irregular plural, so it will be feet. Okay, so you have that, and you have this. Right, so if you make a mistake here, say, you know what, I want to change the color to green, so can always change to green here, right? So notice earlier I'm going really fast, but you do have a lot of control over what you want to do. So when you finish that, you actually record the, if we turn on the voice recording, you actually record your instructions as well. And so now let's say we want to make a note here. So I want to say, when you speak to your student, you'll say house, and the plural is houses. And foot is feet, because of the plural is irregular plural. So you emphasize why it is different. Okay, so you can put that in there. Now, if you want to put a stamp here, all right, so as a stamp to show you a little bit feature here, we have all the three-dimensional letter, a bunch of stamps here that you can use, and also a lot of almost like a building blocks for you here. By the way, great news for you guys, you can add any stamps that you create as well here, which we'll get into that later on. So why not just go ahead, put a little, let's say, a happy face here. That always work, isn't it? So let's put right here. So that's how here, right? And you can move around. Once you have anything here, any layers is movable, so you can do that as well. Now when you're done, you can just simply save it. Tap this here and save it. You say lesson 1. This is my first lesson. Okay, and save. Done. All right. Now, if you want to play back, it's very simple. Let's see how that works. Okay, now you notice that I have this whiteboard animations that using the default hand that join a singular versus plural. Okay, and we did the houses, foot and feet. Okay, remember it recorded exactly the sequence where you created your lesson here. Okay, and pretty straightforward, right? So now before I close it, I want to show you the speed drill feature here. Earlier we have the playback in normal speed. Now I'm going to change it to make it 3 times faster. Am I going to change a different image here? I'm going to change a different hand here. So let's say we want to use a, they're going to use a hand, okay? A pointing 3D hands here. Let's see how that works here. All right, so now we're going to see that, right? So look like this finger can draw, okay? Let's play back a little bit faster now, okay? One more thing I actually want to show you here is to edit that. You know, any lesson can be modified and can be, so this here we can actually add audio, and you can add a music background to it and change the style to fade 1.5 seconds. So we'll get a little bit special effect on that one. Let's see how that works now. Hey, that's pretty cool, huh? Congratulations, you just finished your first lesson.